Hello and welcome to What's in this week's Oban Times with me, Kathie Griffiths.
And me, Ellis Butcher.
Hi, Ellis. Hello, everyone out there. Well, we've had a busy week, as always, at the OT. Now, for those people who have been hoping to save Kilbowie Outdoor Centre, there's been some bad news in that we have a demolition date. It looks as though the bulldozers will be heading that way down Gallanack Road from September the 28th. Now, we have covered a story where people are saying there might still be a very small chance that it can be saved if we can get any organisations in the town who feel able to at least put in an expression of interest into North Lanarkshire Council. But don't know if that's going to happen. Atlantis have said, while they're all for supporting people getting fit and getting out in the wonderful outdoors, it is a very tricky time for anyone to consider taking on that kind of project. So you can read all about that, in the Oban Times or online. So, Ellis, what have you been up to?
Well, again, the issue around COVID dominates and how easy or difficult it is to actually get a home testing kit sent to this area. There's been a bit of a confusing picture about this. We have some people reporting they have been able to get a test sent to their home in this area, and other people have been saying that they haven't. So we've gone to the Scottish Government and asked them what the case is, and they've rather told us that some remote rural areas will not be able to get testing kits, and that's because of the time it takes to deliver them. Now, because of that, we've seen some local calls made that home testing kits are essentially brought to this area, made available in this area, and then collected by people in this area, all while obeying social distancing rules. So I've been having a good look at that issue, but the situation and the picture really in this area is still far from clear.
So it's a real concern, isn't it, for people? You want to be tested, you want to know what the situation is, and if you're faced with all these delays to do your home testing, it's just like losing the whole point of it, isn't it? I can understand people be really frustrated about that.
Indeed, I think the problem seems to be that people are quite keen. People are quite keen to get these home testing kits, particularly when they've got children, because what they don't want to be doing is traipsing off to a mobile testing unit to be tested, particularly if it's a long way away. That's one of the issues.
So what else have you been up to, Ellis?
Yeah, the other story that I've been looking at this week concerns drones and Oban Airport. Naturally, drones, it is very worrying to hear reports that there have been drones spotted near the airport. And I've been looking at the issue. And it appears that Argyll and Bute Council, which run the airport, have actually called in the police about it to formally investigate it, because it is quite serious. A drone was spotted near runway 1 at the airport, and people will know that there's very frequent flights of quite small aeroplanes going out of there at all times of the day. So the police are looking into that now, and there are lots of restrictions and rules about what you can and can't do with a drone near an airport. But I think the fear is that it's very easily to go along and buy one of these things, and it's very easily just to start flying it essentially wherever you like, even though you are encouraged to register with the Civil Aviation Authority, and you're also encouraged to pass a drone safety test.
Is that for everyone, Ellis? Even if you just buy one of these drones from your local store? Well,
it ranges in. It is all based on the weight of the drone itself. The idea is that those drones weighing a certain amount, you should be really getting signed up to the Civil Aviation Authority and registering it with them, and also taking a drone safety test. But it's how mandatory these things are, and whether or not everybody is aware of that, or whether everybody applies, because with the best will in the world, you could encourage people that are buying a drone to do this, but ultimately nothing will force them to do it, which means that, essentially anyone could go in, buy one and start flying it within the afternoon. And they wouldn't necessarily, there has been some suggestion that the person that was flying it was probably filming the Falls of Laura. Now that hasn't been confirmed, but that's very near the airport. But as people have said, not every visitor would realise that there was an airport there. So they may well have rocked up with their kayaks at the Falls of Laura and decided to do some filming, but not actually realised that they were within the restricted area of the airport.
Well, let's see what the police come up with then in their investigation.
Indeed.
Or they need to put some big signs up, don't they? All along the Connell Bridge, no drone zone. There we are. That's my suggestion. Anyway, moving on swiftly as ever, almost as swiftly as the Falls of Laura. You wonder what I'm going to say next, don't you? ABBA. What's your favourite ABBA song, Ellis? If you have one at all, that is.
Chiquitita.
Chicken tikka?
Yeah, that one.
Wow, we've got quite a few ABBA fans on the island of Seal, it turns out. And this week I was speaking to a lovely lady called Rachel Smith, who got together with some of her friends to do a charity run. And they've raised hundreds of pounds so far. They ran 4 miles from Balvicar Stores to Clackham Bridge and back on Sunday. But they've raised money for this mental health and animal welfare project in Uganda. It's called the Comfort Dog Project and Big Fix Hospital in northern Uganda. And basically it pairs up war trauma survivors, very often children, with dogs to reduce symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder. So I don't know if you like cats or dogs, but I know a lot of people find dogs rather therapeutic. But it's a really wonderful project. So I was chatting to her to find out a little bit more. And I think we'll be finding out more about that charity and Rachel's involvement in later editions of the OT as well. So just one of the many things you can read and enjoy in the OT in paper or online. So that's it from us this week, folks. You can stay in touch with us. We're always happy to hear your stories and get your photos sent in. You can email us at editor@obantimes.co.uk. You can message us on Facebook, or you can give us a call on 01631 568 000. You can pick up a copy of the OT from your newsagents, petrol stations and supermarkets. All our stories are also free to read online at the moment. And you can get a digital page-turning edition of the OT for 3 months for just £4.80 right now. So there you are, lots to think about, lots to read about. And that's it from us. So it's goodbye from me, Kathie Griffiths.
And me, Ellis Butcher. Bye.
Bye-bye.